Hello to everybody who's watching this video and welcome back to another one on my channel. We have got some more Team of the Season predictions. Let's go ahead and dive into them. It's going to be the Bundesliga today, so I'm not overly knowledgeable about this league, but I do know what's been going on slightly this season. And if this video is overpopulated with Bayern players, it's simply because they're the best team in the league and they have been storming it so far this year. But there's plenty of other players from different teams in there, don't worry. A lot of unsung heroes. Let's dive into my predictions. We start here with Kramaric, a guy who Chelsea wanted loads of years ago. Leicester snatched him up, and he's now at Hoffenheim. He's actually a really good striker. He's one of the top scorers in the Bundesliga, and I do understand he's been doing really well for an underrated Hoffenheim side. Now we have Grifo. He plays for, is that Freiburg? I'm not entirely sure, but he's got a really decently all-rounded card. It's a decent left mid, one potentially that Italy could be looking to bring out their squad in the future. He's got good dribbling stats, and he could be useful perhaps in a 3-4-3 formation. Now moving to the next one here, we've got Schopp, another really good winger for Schalke so far this season. They've not had the best year, but he actually has been a good little bright spark in their season. He's a good little Austrian footballer. Next up, we've got Frederick Sorensen, someone who in my opinion has been one of the best centre-backs centre-backs in the Bundesliga so far this year. He has been superb. This is not a team of the season card that people would like to see. It's got no pace. It hasn't got good defending and physical stats, but it is thoroughly deserved for a Cologne team who have been doing quite decently so far in the Bundesliga this year. Moving to the next one here, boys, and isn't he going to be Jarstein, the goalkeeper? He plays for Hertha Berlin. I'm not entirely sure how the Bundesliga table actually looks at the moment, but I understand that Hertha haven't been doing too badly either. That might just be bullshit, but I think Jarstein's actually been doing quite well. And yeah, you can't really fault him for his efforts. He's been superb in goal, with one of the most clean sheets in the Bundesliga. Now we've got Anthony Modeste, who has been superb, and it looks like an incredible card. I know some people have been using like his inform card for epic squads, like 7-minute squad builders and squad builder showdowns and stuff, but that card would be used for even more. Look at the state of it. Some of the stats in there are just crazy. That would go into a lot of French teams and certainly a lot of Bundesliga teams too. Now we have another striker. His name is Timo Werner. He plays for RB Leipzig, who were founded in 2009 and have officially qualified for the UEFA Champions League next year. That is incredible. He's been one of the main reasons behind it. His goals have really driven them. He is the main talisman in the team. You always need that if you're going to do well. And they were top of the Bundesliga for a while until they got hammered 3-0 by Bayern. And ever since then, Bayern have slowly racked up the points, which was always going to happen. But Leipzig, up until about match day 20, were really up there and had like a good 4-point lead on Bayern at certain stages, but they just couldn't prevail. But what a season they've had. We have Thomas Müller here, who actually, I think, had an injury or something was going on with him at the beginning of the season. He's come in, he's got himself a few goals. Not the best card, actually, but in cam, it would be pretty OP. Some of the long shots that you could take would be absolutely filthy. And then we go on to another man here. It's Arturo Vidal, someone who I think is just absolutely fantastic. He really is good for Bayern. I love watching him, and that game against Real Madrid, I mean, what a player he is. Such a shame to see him get sent off. Not deserved, of course, we know this, but that's another story for another day. That would be in a hooligan club. It looks insane, and it would be a thoroughly deserved tops card. Now we have David Alaba, and yes, another Bayern player. It's just because they deserve it, boys. Alaba's been superb again, literally has 79 shooting and 79 physical. That's all that's keeping you out the 80 club, but these are just predictions. He may go in the 80 club. Of course, these aren't just the official cards I'm looking over. This is what could be, and make sure you guys are leaving me your thoughts in the comment section down below and who you want to see in there. But, I mean, Alaba has just been superb once more for Bayern. He'd get a left-back card, but he can literally play anywhere. I know when they went down to 10 men against Real in the first day, he sorted in a centre-back. He can play a CDM. I think he does for the Austrian national team. I wouldn't mind playing him a striker. He's such a good player, and he's been once more superb for Bayern. Another Bayern player here, Philipp Lahm, another one of those absolute legends. He is going to retire, and he has probably played his last Champions League game for Bayern against Real Madrid. What a game it was. Not exactly a bad place to end, but this man will never be forgotten. What a hero of football he's been. He's a right-back, and he has never received a red card. That is special. He's a very clean player. He's a very technically gifted player, actually, for a fullback. We know he can play in midfield. He's a superb footballer. He will not be forgotten, make no doubt about that. Moving to the next one here, we do need to have Baumann, who actually plays for Hoffenheim. He's been superb in the Bundesliga, actually. He's made a lot of saves. Hoffenheim have had a really good year, actually. I think they beat Bayern the other day, actually. That's quite incredible, actually. But he's, of course, been one of the main reasons they're doing so well this season. You always need a good goalie. He's been superb for them. Now we have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as the next player. He blows my mind away. He is so rapid, he's so good at finishing, and he's, again, I think he is indeed the top scorer of the Bundesliga, or Lewandowski may have just overtaken him. Lewandowski may have just overtaken him, but still, Aubameyang's been right up there. He's still been banging in the goals, and him and Lewandowski are right up there at the peak. they're just superb. And here is Lewandowski. He would be around 98 rate or something like that. But all in all, these guys, I think the other guy has he was 94 shooting, but 99 pace. So it kind of balances out. But I mean, they're just superb strikers. They really are fantastic predators. And yeah, guys, the Bundesliga just wouldn't be the same without them. And definitely going to get TOTS cards. Now we have Ousmane Dembele here, another one of those incredible players that just does have 99 pace. Look at some of the stats on that card, it is filthy. I know people still use a 77 unupgraded card, there's an 80 rated upgrade card, and there's like 85 informs and stuff. But yeah, he does indeed have a 77 rated card, and that is still incredible. It still bends over opponents in like Division 4 or something. That TOTS card, it would just be a step too far. I'm kind of happy that it might not be that. I know he is going to get in, but I kind of feel sorry for FIFA players, and including myself, if you have to come up against that card. Next up, we have Emil Forsberg, someone who again has been really, really good for that incredible RB Leipzig side. Look at some of the stats on that card. He got an inform right back on the first week of FIFA, and ever since he's been ploughing out with the goals, ploughing out with the assists, and another superb season for him. Now moving on to the next player, we don't have Thiago Alcantara, of course the brother of Rafinha. I would love to have had this guy stay at Barcelona, but he went to Bayern. It's fair enough, but I wish we'd kept him because he is superb. He is fantastic. He works back. He's got great skill moves. He's a very good player at defending considering what the sort of ability he's got going forward. And there's a lot of players like Ozil who just think, I'm sick of attacking, I'm going to leave the defence. He really doesn't do that. He tracks back. What a player Thiago is. Now moving on to the next man, isn't he going to be Naby Keita? And you talk about Kante, and this man comes to mind. What an absolute beast. 89 pace, 86 shooting, 91 passing, 93 dribbling, 85 defending, and 89 physical on that possible 90 red TOTS card. I would not be surprised if EA gave him a 92. Literally no surprise whatsoever. I've just done it down so the FIFA community has a little bit of respect for itself before it gets bent over by this guy. Because imagine if you're charging forward and he's cutting you on a counter attack. There's no way. You could easily play him up front at 86 shooting. He is an unbelievable card. He could play at centre back. He could probably play in goal. He's just that good. He's so, I don't know, he's been so good for Leipzig so far this year. Just how lucky they are to have him. And now, my friends, as you can see, we didn't have Arjen Robben, someone who, in my opinion, has been really, really good this year. He's actually played fantastically in most of his games for Bayern. Despite the fact he's ageing, he's still knocked in the goals, and he's still got a lot of good assists. His trademark move of cutting inside on the left foot, somehow, people just haven't sussed it out yet. He's still doing it week in, week out. Another fantastic season for the bold magician. Now we move on to the back three and the goalkeeper. We do need to have Mats Hummels. Again, has been superb for Bayern Munich in what has been a really solid defence. You cannot see him not being included in TOTS. I thought he was superb. I know he could barely walk in the Real Madrid game, but still played 120 minutes to help his team. He has been superb for Bayern this year. He should be getting another TOTS card. What a move it has been for him, moving from Dortmund over there. I mean, just what an immense player Hummels is. Now we have Socrates, someone who would literally be the most OP centre-back in the game. His regular card is 84 rated. It's so good. I know his inform is like 87 rated too. I think he's got an 86 too. They are just insane. And that Team of the Season card it got 85 pace on it. Its shot isn't even that bad, for God's sake. Neither is the passing. The dribbling's pretty superb for a centre-half. The Greek Magician then has 95 defending and 93 physical. What a card that would be. But all in all, he does deserve it after putting in some superb displays for Borussia Dortmund throughout this year. We can have Hübner, another unsung hero, another one of those cards that no one would like to see. He doesn't even have that good stats, but boy does he deserve it. Another superb season for him. He's played for Hoffenheim, and he's really dug it out there at the back. He's been a leader for them, and he just deserves a TOTS card. There's no two ways about it. And then finally, we have Manuel Neuer. Some people say he doesn't deserve a TOTS card. I think he does. Every time I watch him, he just is the best goalie in the world. Whenever I don't watch him, I think, he doesn't get enough at him. When you watch him in games such as the one against Real Madrid, they do have some of the best attackers in the world. Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, they're all shooting at you, and he's still keeping them out. However, first leg, when Bayern went on to 10 men at the 50th minute, he had about 15 shots in there. They were all screamers, and he somehow kept out all of them, apart from 2 from Cristiano Ronaldo. But yeah, literally, what a season he's had once more, and he just... What a man. He just does deserve the TOTS card. He is the best goalie in the world, in my opinion. And yeah, I can't see any other way. But there you have it, boys. That is how the side does indeed look. It is an unbelievable TOTS. You can also see the bench here, boys. We have, look at all the incredible players on this bench. It's gorgeous, that team this season. The Bundesliga is always one that excites. Now we're going to go through a list of the honourable mentions that actually couldn't make it into this video. Not because of how they've been so bad this year. They're definitely going to be in EA's mind. And a lot of them still may get into the team this season. This is, of course, my predictions. Make sure you're leaving yours in the comment section down below. I'm going to just go through a few of the honourable mentions that couldn't quite make it in to my 23-man squad. So their names are Papadopoulos. You know that Greek centre-back who plays for Leipzig, I think it is. I think he's been superb. We're going to have Schuler, Orban, Javi Martinez, Abraham, Piszczek, Stafylidis, Plattenhardt, Kolasinac, Gase, Guerreiro, Dahoud, Demirbay, Bentaleb, Rudi, Gnabry, Ibisevic and Wagner. If you're a big Bundesliga fan, you'll know all of the names that I've just gone through. They've been superb. Make sure you drop a like on this video if you have indeed enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section too down below what you thought of my team this season predictions, who you'd like to see in there for the Bundesliga, what card excites you the most. I'll be back with some more tops predictions in the near future, but for now, peace out.